Everyone loved McDonald's because it was cheap and simple. But picture this. Every day you walk into McDonald's. You're hungry, but you know exactly what you want. A double cheeseburger. But one day, your local McDonald's installs something new. You walk past the counter and stand in front of that glowing vertical totem, the self-ordering terminal. You start tapping, but 10 minutes later, you're sitting at a table with an overflowing tray. You've got a double hamburger royale, large fry, a large Coke, nuggets, and somehow a McFlurry. You sit there staring at $20 worth of food when you only wanted to spend $3.50. You can't help but feel guilty. How did you end up with all this? Welcome to the Invisible Menu. I'm your host, Luke. Today, we're not just talking about burgers. We're talking about a system designed to hack your brain. Over the last decade, McDonald's has reportedly increased their revenue per order by over 30%, and they didn't do that by making their food any tastier. They did it by precisely engineering an interface that tricks you, or at least subtly manipulates you, without you even realizing it. Because of that, I decided to investigate the environment. I decided to interview Jennifer Cooper, aka my mom, to understand how the everyday human mind responds to these self-ordering terminals. Can you give an example of when you've ordered from a kiosk and you end up ordering way more than you intend? More food and whatnot?
Okay. So I think when I go to Panera, I know that in the past I have ordered too much when I go to the kiosk or ordered more than I intended when I went to the kiosk because I've walked up with the intention of just getting some lunch, like getting a sandwich or getting something from there. But then the soups are really good. I always enjoy the soup. And if you go through the kiosks, you can upgrade to a bread bowl instead of a regular bowl. And I've done that before. And then the sandwiches, they direct you towards the sandwiches and towards the ones that look like they would be good for dipping into your soup or as a add-on to your soup. So I've definitely ordered bread bowl soup and then gotten a sandwich on top of it.
Do you think you would still do that if you ordered from a human being?
No, because I don't think a human being would make me think of all the things. Like I would go in with the intention of ordering a specific thing, and I don't think a human being would lead me through in a way that would make me. Even if a human being said to me, "Do you want to drink with that?" It wouldn't be the same as showing me a bunch of pictures that have all the different kinds of drinks that spark your interest in clear glasses so that you can see that it's strawberry lemonade or it's mint tea or, with little sprigs of mint and things like that that make it look very appealing.
Because of that comfortable environment, we stay longer. But it's not just the room. Because of that, I need to find out how the machine itself affects our choices. And to answer that, I spoke with former psychologist Kacie Cooper to understand more deeply how these machines make us feel safe. Why do you think we're more likely to say yes to an upsell on a screen rather than a human being?
Maybe it is kind of a judgment, like a no judgment zone on a kiosk, because if it's asking you to upgrade, like you don't have a person in front of you having that judgment of like they want more than what a regular meal is. The kiosk protects a little bit from like shame. A lot of like people who deal with overeating disorders, binge eating disorders, things like that, they have a lot of guilt and shame. And I think when you take out that person that they kind of have to answer to get more food or an upsell of some sort, they're going to feel that judgment because of the shame that they're feeling. So, yeah, I definitely think that people are more likely to choose the upsell on the kiosk as opposed to requesting it at the register or agreeing to it at the register.
Until finally, I realized the truth. You walked in for a cheeseburger that was $3.50, but because the cheap items were hidden, you picked the Royale. Because the make it a meal math looked so good, you got the large fry, and because the animation gave your brain a little hit of dopamine, you swiped right on the McFlurry. Suddenly, $3.50 became $20. These terminals aren't just convenient iPads, yet they're precisely engineered, sophisticated interfaces designed to upsell you. As Kacie Cooper pointed out, the corporation's goal is revenue, and they view your attention as an asset to be leveraged. Ever since that day, when I stand in front of that glowing screen, I pause. I ask myself, am I really hungry, or am I just being played? Thanks for listening to The Invisible Menu.